This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
Big shout out to Sphere Rocket VA for letting us get to know Ryan today on the Icon podcast. I'm your host, Gianna. And Ryan, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Gianna.
Of course. So let's get to know you. Who are you? Where are you from? What market are you in now? And how did you end up in real estate?
So it's been a long journey. So Ryan Ruehle, Columbus, Ohio. So we work a little bit everywhere now. Columbus has grown so much. So I moved to Columbus to go to the Ohio State University, and fell in love with the city, stayed here, got into real estate while I was at OSU. Really on the more the investment side is what first intrigued me into the industry. And then realized that I really enjoyed working with investors and working with clients, got licensed, and slowly started growing a true business and a brand. And 20 years later now, we got a team of 31 agents, and we do 350 some, probably this year 370 transactions, a little over 100 million. So it's been a fun ride, and it's I always say there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So when you find something that you're really passionate about and you can make a decent living at it, it makes it fun.
Absolutely. A busy guy, but he likes what he does.
Yes.
So, did you start with EXP as a brokerage, or how did you wind up at EXP? What drew you to it?
So obviously, I think for everyone that's here now, it's the business model, the vision of Glenn. I started, I would say fortunately or unfortunately, I've been a little bit everywhere. Started RE/MAX, I've been at Keller Williams, I've been at independent brokerages. And the problem with our industry is a lot of people just chase splits, and they go after commissions instead of, as I got older and started learning the industry, true value and the true business model of what the brokerage or the company is offering. And, we always, everybody in EXP that it's in my circle, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And the business model is really what was most intriguing. And I was very close to going independent on my own because I couldn't find what I was looking for, which is why I kept moving my, my team around, and was about to go independent when, I got a call from a good buddy of mine and said, you need to take a look at this. And we almost 4 years now later, here we are.
Wow. What a story, and almost opening your own brokerage, that has a lot of risk and liability. And, then you saw EXP, you saw the fire burning bright over here, and you're like, let me lean in a little bit there.
Yes.
So you said you saw the model, you couldn't unsee it, but what keeps you here? That transition was hard. Transitioning from any brokerage to another is difficult, but why stay at EXP?
So it again goes back to the model and the value, being a cloud-based company, the way that Glenn built it, that he leaves so much on the table for the agents as opposed to most brokerages where it's, a top-down effect. EXP is totally different with the way that they're compensating. So, the rev share obviously was a huge factor. Kind of what we're talking about today, being an Icon, podcast, the Icon, just value that brought to me of being able to get that money back into stock for the company was huge. And just being an owner in the company, I have a large investment out with my stock into EXP and being able to be an owner. It's just something that I wouldn't be able to offer to any of my agents. And obviously it was never offered to me. The bad thing about real estate is that unless you take it and put it in your own hands, you're as good as your last transaction, and you're just always on this transaction treadmill. And, it makes it difficult. Like I said, I'd been at companies 7-8 years and I left with, nothing but, what my next deals were, what I had learned, and there was value with those companies. But, for EXP, having the stock, the rev share, and we're all just doing the same thing, right? We're just selling real estate. And, people always say, well, is it this or is it that? And they don't understand. But at the end of the day, it's a revenue share model and you got to generate revenue. And all we're doing is our normal day-to-day activities of selling real estate. And we're compensated in many ways for doing that. So, and what I can offer now to my agents, like I said, I got a large team with me. And what I'm able to offer with EXP under this model that Glenn has put together, I couldn't do anywhere else. And I couldn't do on my own.
Yeah, absolutely. That, this model has a lot to offer. And you said you have a large team. Obviously, you do a lot of production. You're a busy guy, Ryan. So at the end of the day, how do you make sure to take care of yourself? How do you take care of Ryan? Make sure you're not in complete burnout mode. You've got a little bit of a work-life balance. What's your secret?
Well, I will tell you, so I've been doing this 20 years. I'm still sometimes trying to figure that out. The balance in this business can be extremely difficult because real estate, it's not a 9 to 5. Sometimes it's, late nights, weekends, different stuff like that. For me, I do have things that I really enjoy. I enjoy boating, traveling, and building a true business. And that's what EXP, if you understand the team model and some of the stuff that they really help you to achieve in your real estate business, really support. So I have a great team that surrounds me, lets me do things like this, allows me to take some time off and do other things. I got a great staff and support system with our team. And I think building that's been the biggest thing, because when you're an agent on your own producing at a very high level, you're right, time is tough. I mean, you'll make good money, but you don't have, the life. And it's like, what do you give up, right? And if you build a true business, I think you can do it to where you really don't have to give up, and trade time for money. And that's always been the biggest thing for me, is to not trade time for money.
Absolutely. And, it sounds like you have a good balance and you found the things that recharge you, but obviously in real estate, you're helping somebody with a really big life decision. You have to be on call pretty often for your clients, and that's okay too, as long as you have those boundaries set and you know what recharges you. So you're on the Icon podcast. You're an Icon Award winner. That means you have high production. So in your own words, can you kind of explain what the Icon Award is to you, the production you had to do in your market to get there, and the benefits that came with it?
Yeah. So, with EXP, there's a $16,000 cap that's paid. But the beauty is, once you hit that 16,000 plus another 5,000 in some transaction fees that kick in. And I think in my market, it's around 40 or 50 transactions to hit that production level, I believe is about what it takes for me to hit that. Then you can get the 16,000 back in stock awards. And, there's some different things as far as, things you need to do within the company, go to, some shareholder meetings, stuff like that, to be able to, achieve the full 16,000. But it's an amazing way of just getting, that money back and have it being invested, back into my future and retirement and stuff like that no other companies ever offered. And it's amazing. And it's allowed, me to talk to some great producing agents and explain to them the benefits of, even though you're paying this money in, which, even without the Icon, you know what I mean? Like EXPs offer so much value to me that I would still be here. But that on top of it, every year that I've been here, I've been able to get $16,000 put back in stock awards. And it takes, a 3-year vesting period for that to become available. But that's still pretty amazing. And it's a huge benefit and value that Glenn has put together at EXP.
Absolutely. And that's that stock makes it exciting for everyone because, at EXP, you want the company to do well. You want the fellow agents next to you to make those sales because then stock increases, rev share, all of the above. And it's just a win-win for everyone, it seems.
Agreed. I think that's the best way of saying it. It's a true win-win that he produced because, like you said, I want, you want your stock price of the company to be healthy. So you really want everyone to win and everyone to be very successful. And it leads to a culture of really being able to reach out to people in my group and stuff with EXP, other agents that are so willing to help and give. And it kind of leads, that mindset, obviously trickles down even to myself. Now I get a lot of phone calls from other agents that, there's no compensation for it, but, we'll take time and give, different tricks and tips and things to help other agents out because again, it just benefits the whole company.
Right. Absolutely. Like you said, there's no compensation for it. That's just kind of the culture here is, you want to invest into the people that are around you. You want to lean into your coaches. You want to lean into the people that you're mentoring because a rising tide raises all ships, right?
Agreed. Well said.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, it's because I interview so many icons a day. I hear these quotes and I'm like, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that. And so, these people, they love EXP. They're the best of the best. They are the ones most vested in EXP. But EXP is, invested in all of their real estate agents. They're probably one of the only brokerages that really puts their agents first, which is fabulous.
Yeah.
So to any newbies out there, Ryan, they may be new to EXP. They may be new to real estate and EXP. Is the Icon Award something that they should strive for? Is that something that they should have like a set plan for? What's some advice to?
Yeah, both of those. I'm a big, my background's always been sports, so I'm always big in setting goals and, kind of having those milestones and stuff like that. And, I tell any agent, we even have a pathway within our team to get an agent to be able to get to an icon, status and producer. So it's definitely something that, I hold it, very valuable to our team and the company. And I look at it as an achievement. For newbies, it's definitely need a game plan for new agents. That's what's great about EXP is, we have a mentorship program or, as, we're helping people and introducing them to the company. There's a willingness there to really help them and make sure that they achieve the success that they want to do instead of just bringing them in and kind of letting them be a lone wolf, if you will. So especially on our team, that's what's great about it is the more you win, the more I win. So it's a true synergy of, likeness and wanting the same things. So yeah, I think anyone should strive to be an icon. Just the name itself, icon, right? And it's like I said, it's I plan on being an EXP a very, very long time, and you can imagine 16,000 a year times many years can add up and really do some powerful things for people in the future. So it's a great value that I think everyone should try to achieve.
You're 100% right, and have that plan. Lean into your mentors. You're not the lone wolf here. EXP doesn't want to throw you to the wolves here. And I've only heard one time that somebody felt like they didn't feel like they felt like they were alone at EXP, and that broke my heart to hear it.
Yeah, there's so much help and support out there that, I would hope that no one would feel that way just because there's so many people that you can reach out to from, just the different groups, from our workplace to our Facebook to, obviously the world, your sponsor, just there's so many different ways to engage and get help, with the company.
And you don't feel like you have to reach out to the top agents you can. I'm sure they would be happy to get you into their systems if they had the time and bandwidth for you. But like lean into a top producing agent in your region, lean into a top producing agent in somewhere you like to visit, just lean in because we're in a metaverse. They don't have to be down the street from you. They can be somebody you feel like you can get along with.
Yes.
In a completely different state, which is great. That's one of the cool things about EXP.
Yeah, it's the beauty of like I said, the business model is, before your circle is maybe just your office, right? Your physical office, and that's kind of old school of how I started in the business. So to have this model, like you said, be able to reach out, from Brent Gove, who will take my phone call, way out west, and Dan Beer, Whistle, Jay Kinder, Albie, Stay Sick. So a lot of just great people that I can reach out to and get help at any time. They're so willing to pick up their phone and, be able to provide a little bit of advice and value back to my business. So it's an amazing culture.
Absolutely. And they've got this culture over here. They've got this collaboration, and everybody seems to be like, "Oh yeah, EXP," which makes those that are from the outside looking in be like, "What is going on over there? This is a
Right.
cult, this is a pyramid scheme." They're skeptical. So what would you have to say to people on the outside looking in? They see the greener grass, but they're like, "I'm not drinking the EXP juice." Were you
Yeah.
ever no shoes? What would you have to say to those people?
Yeah, we get a lot of that, especially all over, but in our market also. Here's what I tell anyone is, and it's been great advice for my life, and I live it daily now, is to be very open minded, and just hear things out. Like I've turned things down before, really knowing, and to be honest, even EXP was introduced to me maybe about 6 months before I actually took action, made the move, and I timing is different for everyone, right, in your situation. But I regret those 6 months. The stock was a little bit cheaper, and I would have built up a little. So, there's some pain points there. But I just tell everyone, be open minded and know the truth. Like we hear a lot of stuff about different companies of there's a lot of haters in the world on different things, not just real estate or it could be many things, right? So we try to block out that noise and just tell people, be open minded, and look at the whole landscape and then make an educated decision on that. I tell everyone, EXP might not be the right spot for you, right? But until you know all of the truth, but be open minded and let's talk about it. There's certain agents where they tell me their goals and what they're trying to do, and I'm like, yeah, maybe my team or maybe EXP isn't the right spot for you, but let's have those conversations, right? And that's what I feel like with the opportunity in the business model that Glenn's put together is, I need to tell people like, hey, look at it, right? Just take a look at it. Let's have a conversation. At the end of the day, if you don't want to make a move or especially if you're a producing agent or you're looking to really grow, I can't think of a better place or business model to be. And like I said, I tell people I've been doing this a long time and I've been, quite a few different places and brokers, and I've hung my hat at a lot of different offices. And you couldn't, people all the time, right? They're trying to recruit me still. And I just tell them, if you knew all the numbers and you want to understand this business model where I'm at with the company, there's no way that you can recruit me.
Right. And you're invested in this company. This company is invested in you. And the thing is, you don't know what you don't know. So
Right.
if your local EXP agent is trying to take you to lunch, go. I mean, we're not going to kidnap you. We shouldn't kidnap you. And
Right. No, I agree. I do that with all. I mean, we all have our affiliates, right? From our lenders to our title. There's all different types of things. But yeah, I'm always open minded, and I always tell everyone, hey, Ryan, do you want to grab coffee and chat about a business opportunity, this or that? And as long as it fits in my 100%, I'm open minded. It doesn't mean I'm going to say yes to everything, but I'm going to be open minded to hear what you have to say, and especially if it's people like and trust. And I always just say saying yes to opportunities or conversations is always a good thing. So I don't ever turn them down.
yeah, and like I caught you saying the words earlier, and it was, I wish I had done it sooner, made that move just a little bit sooner. And
Yeah.
so, learn from the mistakes, because all the icons I've talked to, seriously, like 95% of them, they all say those words, I wish I had done it sooner. So, hear us out while there's a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there was a good it might have been a little longer, but a good 6 months before I really started paying attention that I should have paid attention.
Mhm.
And it was just, we get busy, right? And just our everyday lives and business. And, in retrospect, it might have not have been the right time for me to, because, I had a team at that point also, but, my bank account would have liked me to make a move a little bit quicker. So.
Yeah, amen to that. Well, Ryan, I think it's been a great episode. Is there anything else that you'd like to touch on?
No, I really appreciate it. I mean, like I would tell any agent out there, just be open-minded, know the business model. Like you said, you don't know what you don't know. And a lot of different things are spoken about any company. I always tell everyone if you're looking to make a move or you're a new agent, you owe it to yourself to kind of learn each brand and what they bring to the table and what they offer and just being open-minded to all that. So, that's always been the best advice that I can tell even anyone who's looking at my team or EXP. I say, get educated on everything so you really know the truth of what you're getting and how valuable the value here is at EXP.
Absolutely. Again, you don't know what you don't know. So just
Yep.
You owe it to yourself to at least learn about it. I know a lot of Icon agents are open to recruiting lunches because they are willing to at least learn about it, but they've yet to see a model that they see and they appreciate that model, or yet a model that appreciates them more than any other brokerage.
Yep. Well said. I agree.
Thank you, Ryan. Ryan,
Yep.
I appreciate your time today, and be on the lookout for me at EXPCon and shareholders because I'm going to come find you.
Well, appreciate your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at SphereRocketVA.com and find out how we can make your life easier.